Hello, my name is Amanda Nova, and I'll be presenting my presentation on Ramadan. So, first, what is Ramadan? Ramadan is the ninth month of the Islamic calendar. It is a holy month in which the Quran had its first revelation to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, by Angel Jibril. Ramadan is one of the five pillars of Islam, and it serves as a month of fasting, praying, reflection, and community. So this is an ayat from Surah Al-Baqarah in the Quran. It translates to, O you who believe, fasting is prescribed for you as it was prescribed for those before you, that you may acquire taqwa. And basically, taqwa means being aware and conscious of Allah, or having a fear of God. So the purpose of Ramadan is for Muslims to devotedly grow spiritually closer to Allah, as well as their significant ones like their family members and their relatives and friends. Ramadan is a month dedicated to fasting, which means no water or food, between sunrise and sunset every day, praying, reading the Quran, charity, and overall just performing good acts. It is also a time to spend time and grow closer to family as well as the community. So, some tips and tricks. So, obviously during Ramadan, you have to stay hydrated because we can't even drink water. So, make sure to drink a lot of water before starting fasting, or else you won't be able to drink water during the day. Patience is also very, very important, and it will test your ability to fast during the month. So, I suggest distracting yourself with something that you like doing to help with patience. And lastly, Salah and reading Quran. And as you know, Ramadan is dedicated to spiritually growing closer to Allah. So praying is definitely as prominent as fasting. And, prayers like Tarawih is a sunnah and gives you more rewards. Reading Quran also cleanses our heart and improves our communication with Allah. So these are some tips and tricks. Laylatul Qadr. It is also called the Night of Power. This night occurs in the last 10 days of Ramadan, and it is basically described in the Quran as better than 1,000 months. This night is very, very significant because the Quran was first revealed to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, by Angel Jibril. So on this night, good deeds are basically rewarded and amplified, which include praying, fasting, charity, and overall worship. So these deeds are amplified equal to 1,000 months. Most Muslims do itikaf at the Masjid during this night, which means to be in isolation with the intention of dedicating your time to the worship of Allah. They use this time to perform forms like zikir, or the remembrance of Allah, seek forgiveness, perform extra praying, and read Quran. And lastly, Eid al-Fitr. So basically, it is a festive celebration commemorating the end of Ramadan. So Muslims all over the world celebrate the accomplishment of Saum, or fasting. We celebrate with family and friends and give gifts to each other. There's also an Eid prayer and recitations of Takbir on the day of the celebration. In addition, there is Zakat ul-Fitr, which is charity given to the poor at the end of Ramadan during Eid. And many countries have their own ways of celebrating and have different traditions of celebrating Eid al-Fitr. So one of my challenges during Ramadan is obviously fasting during school, which is basically a challenge that many people my age face. And so I realized how hard it is to balance fasting with school, especially after going back to school because of COVID, since COVID was online school. And so I find it very, very difficult to manage academics and extracurriculars while also fasting. And I also find it very hard to fast in hot weather. And as you know, recently LA has experienced some high climate. And because of this, I found myself often dehydrated, but unable to drink water. So that's definitely a challenge for me. And school already is a challenge, but the addition of high temperature makes it harder to abstain from water. So, my 2022 Ramadan experience. Compared to the last 2 years of Ramadan, which was during the COVID-19 pandemic, my experience during Ramadan has significantly been better because Ramadan during the rise of COVID-19 was very, very challenging as everyone was really scared and did not really know about this disease compared to now. And obviously, because we were fasting, the disease can easily infect our bodies. Also, not being able to go to the masjid was a very big problem at this time. And overall, the pandemic in general just had a negative impact on my mental health and relationships with my friends. And so now that the COVID-19 situation has gradually improved, I've been able to go to the masjid while strengthening my relationship and bonds with our community and Allah. So I'm very ecstatic to be able to see everyone again and break fast together. And these are some pictures that I have during this Ramadan experience, and I hope to take some more later. But I'm really enjoying Ramadan this month because we're in person now. So that makes me really, really happy. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.